All right, my students, today we are going to do a throwing and catching video. All right, so tossing and catching. So what you are going to need is a tennis ball. If you do not have a tennis ball, that's okay, because today we're not going to bounce it. So you can really use anything that you can throw and catch in one hand that's not breakable. So if you've got a tennis ball or whatever else you are going to use, go ahead and grab that right now and we'll get started. All right, my students, we're going to start out really simple today to just get warmed up. So what we're going to do is take whatever object you are using at home, we're going to throw that thing up and catch with two hands, all right? So we're just going to practice our two-hand catches. So just let it fall in and grab that thing with two hands. And if you've got something bigger, that's okay too. So I'm using a little tennis ball, but it still works if I use a basketball. I can still catch this with two hands. We can use a soccer ball. We can use a volleyball. We can use an orange. We can use an apple. We can use a pair of socks. We can really use anything that we have around the house to practice and get ourselves some practice getting better at catching and throwing. So I'm going to get 5 more catches with the tennis ball here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold them. All right, guys, next we're going to work on our one-handed catches. So go ahead and throw it up, and we're just going to catch it with our right hand. It might look like I'm using my left hand right now, but that's just because the video kind of switches it up. I'm using my right hand. And just let that thing fall all the way down. Now if you do tiny little throws like this, it's going to be easier. If you throw it all the way up, it's going to make it a little bit more challenging. And let's keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. All right, now we're going to switch over to our left hand. So we're going to practice both throwing and catching using our left hand. So if you don't use your left hand as much, it might feel a little weird to you, but that's okay. It just means that we need to get a little bit more practice and a little bit more coordination with that left hand. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, this time we're going to do alternating hands, which means we're going to switch every time. So I'm going to go left to right, right to left. Right, so if you want to take it easy, you can do these close little throws. If you want to make it more challenging, throw it a little bit farther side to side and make yourself work for it. Oh, there we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold on. All right, this time we're going to throw it up a little higher and do what's called an overhand catch. So normally when we catch, we've been waiting for the ball to come down and catching it with an open hand like this, okay, where our hand is resting underneath the ball. This time, we're going to catch it overhand, okay, which means our hand is up like this and we're letting the ball fall into it. So I'm going to throw it a little higher and catch up top up here, okay? So we're throwing it up, catching overhand up high. Try not to hit your ceiling. And if you do hit it a little bit, it's okay. I've hit mine a couple times here. And really work on catching that thing over your head. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold on. All right, now we're going to switch and work with our other hand. Still doing the same thing, throwing it up, catching overhand. Overhand or overhead, all right? So we're working on that left hand throw and that left hand catch. If you're not able to throw it up there with your left hand, that's okay. You can use your right hand to throw it up and then just catch it with your left hand, okay? But we want to make sure that we're working on our right-handed catches and our left-handed catches, all right? Because we're going to need both of those. And it helps both sides of your brain to develop. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold them. All right, the next ones we are going to do, this is something I did in high school all the time on our basketball team. So some of these come from the Pistol Pete series, which is like a basketball ball handling workout, but you can do it with any sort of a ball, so we're going to do it with a tennis ball today, all right? So the first thing that we're going to do is just wrap the ball around our waist, all right? So we're passing the ball from hand to hand, right around our waist. Okay. So go as fast as you can while still being under control. You want to be fast enough to challenge yourself, but slow enough that you're under control. And 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to switch directions. So same thing, but you're passing the ball the other way. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to go ahead and pass the ball around our knees. So we're going to have our legs together, and we're just passing that ball around our knees, making a circle around the knees. Good, and keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch directions. Good, and keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to go around our head. And 5, 4, 3, 2, switch directions. And keep going for 5. All right, the next one we're going to be doing here is a figure 8. Okay, so I'm going to get down a little lower. My feet are going to be a little farther than my shoulders are apart. And we're going to go just like this. So the ball is making an 8 shape. Okay, it's going around both of our legs. Good, and try to speed it up if you can. If you're able to look up like I'm doing, that's going to help you a little bit too, so you're not staring at the ball. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do a reverse figure 8. So instead of going through my legs this way, I'm going to start behind and then wrap it around and bring it through the back. Here we go. Reverse figure 8, wrapping around, bringing it through the back. Good, and go as fast as you're comfortable with. If you drop it, that's just fine. Just pick it up and keep going. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, the next one we're going to do is nice and easy. We're just going to throw it under the arm. So I'm going to take the ball in my right hand. I'm going to throw it under that left arm and catch. Then I'm going to switch and do the other side, all right? So we're alternating back and forth each time. We're just throwing the ball under the arm and catch. Whoops. And if you drop it, that's fine. Whoops. And you can see I've dropped it twice already. It's no big deal. I'm just going to pick that thing up and keep on going. Good, we'll keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold them. All right, guys, that's it for our zero bounce video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Make sure to keep practicing at home. Keep working on those skills for your catching and your throwing. And hopefully we'll be back at school soon and we'll be able to do some partner tossing activities. But in the meantime, make sure that you make the best out of your situation and do what you can by yourself. Have a great day, everyone.